Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to today's Friday Hive Society training session. So welcome everybody. We have a lot of new people who have joined us recently. I'm excited. All right. Give it a moment. Let everybody get on. Hello, Susan. All right, I'm glad you're here. I'm excited to talk about today. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. Pink seems to be a good theme. It's part of my brand. It works out well. Thank you so much. So we're going to get started here in just a moment and giving people a chance to join us. We do this Friday series just as a way to give back to the community, just to, give us some ideas of some tips, hints, ideas, things like that help businesses. Look, we're all in different businesses, but we can collaborate, we can come together, we can learn from people, we can, upgrade our skill set and our experience. And that's really what the purpose of these Friday calls is that. So if you know anybody that could get value from any of these lessons, like invite them over to the Hive Society. Would love your support in that. And since, we're talking about leverage today, might as well just throw that out as a leverage as well. Yeah, if you know somebody that is not here in the Hive Society, invite them. I'd love to have them, love to help them grow in business. All right, well, we're going to get started here and on our topic. So the Hive Society, we're just here to really support women in business. And today we're going to talk about leverage, leveraging your relationships in business. And I think what happens is a lot of times people hear leverage, it sounds like, a little more above what the average small business is like. And I'm telling you that leverage is a huge part of your business. And hopefully today I'll be able to break it down for you a little bit so you understand what the leveraging relationships in your business really is like, and see if that can support you in moving forward in, whatever your next leveraging venture would be. So let's see, leverage. Let's talk about the different kinds of leveraging that we're going to talk about. The 5 things we're going to talk about today are leveraging your networks, partnerships, referral marketing, joint venture, and collaboration. And maybe you think that you don't need any of these, or maybe you only need one, but I would challenge you to just listen all the way through, because you might be surprised at what else you can leverage that you hadn't thought about. So, and then at the end, I'm going to talk about like a strategy for you to be able to leverage your relationships a little bit better. So definitely you want to stay until the end so I can give you that strategy. So what's one of the first one is networking. So I get out and network a lot, right? Well, actually, before I go there, let's just talk about what leverage really is. What is leverage? Like people are like, oh, that's a big word, Kimberly. Leverage is really about utilizing the relationships that you have with other business professionals, with other people in similar kinds of business with you, all your connections. You want to utilize those relationships to increase your value in the eyes of the other people around you. Right? You want to increase your value. You want to be seen as the expert. You want to be known as the person, the go-to person, right? Well, the best way that you can do that is through leverage, by utilizing the other relationships that you have. Does that make sense? Right? And also understanding what leverage is about a relationship where both sides are giving, right? Leveraging is about giving. It's giving of time, giving of resources, giving of connections. And in that case, it could be, in some like big companies do a lot of leverage where it might be monetary leverage, right? So, but it's about giving something on both sides. It's not give, take, it's give, give. All right. And so, and leverage means use your full resources. make sure that you're utilizing all your resources, right? And so that's where we're going to dig into what kinds of resources and then how you can utilize those. So networking is the first one. Networking, get out and meet people, right? How do you expect to leverage in relationships in your business if you're huddled up in your home and you're not meeting people, you're not getting out networking via in-person networking or virtual networking? Either one works, right? Is like, just get out and meet more people. But it's not about just meeting more people. Okay. Networking is not about meeting people. It's about connecting with people. So taking it a totally different perspective is, you meet people and then you have conversations with people and you learn about what they have to offer, first to see if they're going to fit in your community, right? Or tribe or network or whatever, right? Then you want to find out if you're going to fit in theirs. Like if you can automatically, I don't want to be sold to, so I don't want to, get to know them more. I don't want to take time and have that one-on-one with them to connect, to see more about them. Well, then you're missing out. You're missing out on the opportunity to find out if the two of you can and or will work together personally, or you might have resources for each other. Like when I go to a networking event, and let's just talk really quick, about networking events. There's all different kinds of networking events, right? I go to example, we have a very active large chamber of commerce. I go to the Chamber of Commerce mixer. I set a goal about when I go in there of how many people I am going to meet that are new. Okay, new to me, right? I'm not going to go in there and visit with my friends, the people I already have connections with, because I'm going to say hello, I'm going to be polite and be cordial, but I have a goal to meet people I have not yet met, because I already have the other people's numbers. I can have lunch with them. I can sit down and do coffee with them. I can pick up the phone and have a conversation with them because I already have them as a resource. Do you see what I mean? So when you get out and network, you're going out to network to find new people to have more resources. And the more resources you have, the more opportunities you have to leverage those resources. You see how all that plays together. So networking is to get out and meet people, be strategically social with people, be a resource, right? Collaborate. When you get to know these people, like celebrate their accomplishments, do it publicly, like send them a card, post it on their social, hey, congratulations on your ribbon cutting, congratulations on your new client, whatever that is. But, really love on people, connect others together. That's another purpose of networking, is connecting other people together. Hey, have you met so-and-so, right? I'll meet someone new at a networking event and I know that they're new and they don't know many people, pick the wallflowers, right? Is I go to them and I introduce myself, I get to connect with them. And then when I'm listening to them, I'm like, you know what? I know who else you need to meet. And then I take them over to that person, right? And I actually introduce them to that person and let them connect, right? Be that kind of a resource for people, right? Be known as a connector. And then follow up, of course. Now that's a whole nother topic, right? I can do a whole training just on follow up, right? And I will, we'll be sharing that. But follow up with them, pick up the phone, have a conversation, check in with them, and see what you can do to follow up with them. So the best way that you can leverage is by having the resources. One of the best ways to get those resources is to get out and network, whether it be social networking, virtual networking, or in-person networking. But I get out and start networking because that's how you're going to leverage more. So the next topic I was going to talk about is partnerships. So how can you leverage partnerships? Partnerships really is about coming together, right, for a common goal or common project. I'm not talking about business partners coming together and just building a business. I'm talking about two businesses that complement each other, coming together as a whole to support your clients, to support your customers, your connections, right? And maybe it's your skills, their skills, and they come together. And so you partner up so that it serves your client, right? You're the expert in one area, they're the expert in another area. And it doesn't have to always be a competition of who's getting what clients. But if I can bring somebody in that's going to help one of my clients, and even if they work with them later, they're going to work with them on their expert stuff, not my expert stuff. They're going to keep with me on my expert stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to let go of that scarcity that everybody's going to steal your clients when it comes to collaborating and leveraging. Right. So you want to bring partnerships together. You want to put people together, help it serve your client, leverage both of your strengths. Right. And know that what you're doing in that partnership is you're coming together for a project, you're coming together for a specific goal, you're coming together, for that common interest for both of you. And you might partner on webinars, you might partner on podcasts, you might partner, with a client, you might partner for, something. And the reason you're doing that is because you're doing that to support your client. On top of that, you're giving credibility to the other person that you're bringing in, and they too are giving credibility for you, right? Because they're not going to partner with you unless, it's something important or is of value for them as well. It could be a great give. It could be like, hey, I need you in here. Would you be willing to come and support my client? And here's what I'm going to pay you. But either way, you can leverage your relationships to create those kinds of partnerships. Does that make sense? All right. The next one that I want to talk about is referral marketing. So referral marketing, what is that? Really thinking about is you want to have other people market for you. That is the best kind of marketing out there. Okay? I don't know about you guys. All right. I'm going to be real and transparent here. I don't know about you, but it really is a challenge for me on many occasions to go out and market myself in business. But if somebody else is talking about me, I'm like, oh, who are they talking about? Like, because we're so close to it that it's sometimes quite challenging to market yourself. So referral marketing is a great strategy to leverage in your business and get more business quicker, right? And that's, leveraging your past clients. So go to your past clients and ask for referrals. I have a referral program for my past clients. Like, hey, if you refer somebody, here's what you get in return, right? So I have a referral marketing plan. So leverage your past clients, ask your past clients to introduce you to their friends, their family, their connections, so that they can become new customers for you. So that's a referral. And how this happens is word of mouth, right? They can get out there and they can speak about you, gathering testimonies, right? Testimonials, have them do reviews for you, do online reviews, right? And online testimonials for you. Those are great ways to leverage that. But when you think about it, when you're asking for these, you got to give them something in return. Okay. And I don't mean that you have to pay them. That's not what I'm talking about. Although some are paid. All right. What I'm talking about is when you have a great experience with somebody, have them give you a testimonial. Say, hey, if I write up that testimonial, what you just said, would you review it and change what you want? And then I can put that on my website. I mean, it doesn't have to be hard. That's how I've gotten most of I've asked people to give me testimonials so I can put them on my website. These are my past clients. And if they're loving you, they're more likely going to say, absolutely. And if you can start the ball with saying, what it is that they said, and then let them embellish on it from there, comes together great. Then they don't feel like they have to start and figure it out. It makes it a whole lot easier, right? But the different kinds of referral marketing could be word of mouth, online reviews and testimonials, email referrals, right? Send out emails for your past client and ask them to connect you with other people. Or how about social media recommendations, right? Social media recommendations, right? And then sharing social posts. That's another great referral marketing and leveraging is if you have something on your social media and you're looking to fill a class, you're looking to, fill a webinar, you're, building a connection, a mastermind, a lunch and learn, whatever that is you go out there and share social posts. You can ask people to share social posts. Go into your messenger and say, hey, would you be willing to share this on your Facebook because you're my past client and I want to be able to love on you. And in return, what can you do for them? Look, it's about reciprocity, really, is like when you do something for somebody, right? Then, when they do something for you, you just have that feeling like you have to do something for them. It's the same thing. So just be willing to do that. And if it's somebody that you don't want to do it with, then of course, I'm going to say, then don't utilize them as a resource. Because if you're not going to have glowing reviews about them, then why would you expect them to have glowing reviews about you? Right. And I know it just sounds crazy, but I'm just going to say that out loud. So you just have to remember that, it's a give and take. And most of the time it's a give and give and give and give. And then you finally get. And a lot of times people think, well, I gave, then I should be able to receive. But sometimes it takes a little longer. So be willing to know and understand that it's, they say, what is it, 7 connections before somebody's actually starting to listen to you, right? They want to connect with you. It takes a while sometimes. So some other things about referral marketing is there's, referral networking as well. And I just want to throw this in there for a quick second. There's leads organizations, there's LaTip, there's BNI, there's, I don't know all the names of them, right? But you've heard of some of these. And what they are is they're groups specifically designed to give you referrals. Okay. You pay a price for them to give you referrals. So see, give, right? A lot of times I'll hear such negative things about these referral networking companies, because people don't understand, look, I have to pay this much money in order to get referrals. Yes, that's how money flows, right? But they're great resources, because if you can get into a referral networking group and they love you, right? And you build the relationship with all the people in there, then you're going to get great referrals, and you're going to get, and I'm not talking leads that are cold leads. They're going to give you referrals. They have talked about you. They have shared your information with somebody, and that person is expecting a call from you, or they're going to call you directly, right? Like I'm not saying go join one. I'm saying be aware of what they are, okay? Because that helps you build leverage in your business. And if you automatically poo-poo something without ever going and experiencing it, then what you're doing is cutting yourself off. And I'm just saying, have if you have an opportunity, go visit, go connect, go and learn more about referral networking, but just know that that's part of referral marketing. All right. The next one I'm going to talk about is joint venture leveraging. Okay. What is joint venturing? Well, it's two businesses coming together, 2 or more businesses coming together for a specific project, for a specific goal. And, in the big corporate world, it's leveraging is like 2 companies coming together and, for the greater good, or to maximize their profits and value. What I'm talking about is on a smaller scale, right? And on a smaller scale, it's about my list plus your list coming together and, building a community, getting leverage from each other. My community, your community, we're all coming together for a common goal, for a common project. And maybe that common goal or common project is telesummit. Maybe it is a webinar. Maybe it's a connect. It just didn't want to come to my head for a second, right? What you want to do, and you have this one goal. You want to scale your business. You want to create more money. You want to create more contacts. Like, these are some of the common goals that people would come together for joint venture leveraging. There's value on each side. In other words, you're going to come together, and I'm bringing my list of contacts. You're bringing your list of contacts. And there's probably, in most cases, there's like one organizer, right? And people are bringing in their contacts, and in return, they get 50% chance of, money that's being made in this process, or it's a 20% off of sales from the people that you brought in, or, so there's different ways to be paid through this process. It could just be that your joint venturing and the leverages is just building your contact list, right? So there's value from each side. You gain more reach. I mean, the purpose of this is to gain more reach, to create a bigger impact, create more credibility for yourself in business. If people don't know you, then, they don't know how you talk, what you do, then they don't have credibility to work with you. It's another way. Joint venturing is a great way to gain more influence in your community as the expert in your industry, right? And then growing your list. I've said that already, but there's a reason why you come together. That's joint, two or more, right? Coming together and into a venture process, which is a project or a goal. And then by doing that, you're leveraging each other's communities, right? So don't be afraid of them. But what I would say is that if you're going to get involved in a joint venture affiliation or something like that, is you definitely have to make sure that you know what the stakes are. You have to know what they're asking of you, what leverage they want from you, and then what you get in return. And if it doesn't fit in an alignment with you, then don't do it. Then find another one. There's plenty out there. Okay. But you can JV partner with people and just know that, it's more about creating more reach, bigger impact, credibility, influence, and growing your list. Right. So leverage that. Leverage those people, those connections, those communities. These are ways to help you grow your business a little bit quicker, in regards to, leveraging. The other one I wanted to talk about, the last one, is collaboration leveraging. Collaboration. How do you collaborate? Come together to, again, notice two or more. It's coming together. It's not you doing everything by yourself. Can I repeat that? It's not you doing everything by yourself in business. Look, you are not meant to be alone in business. Yes, it's your business, but leveraging and connecting and being in community with people, that helps you be braver in business. And the braver you get, the more confidence you build, right? So, really it's about, coming together. So collaboration leveraging is, who can you bring that adds value to your business? Who can you bring in that could add value to your clients? Who can you bring in that could add value to your connections, right? Think, this is perfectly executed in podcasts, right? Podcasts have interviewing and they're collaborating. It's like, I'm interviewing you because I think people need to know more about you. And I'm interviewing you because, you see how I'm saying, like, it's a perfect example of coming together with people to leverage. So podcasts and interviewing, that's collaboration, right? And look, ladies, so often, okay, I'm just going to throw it out here. All right. So often I hear like cat fights between women, like, oh, she stole this, or she did that, or, she's not all that just because she says she is. And, we tear each other down in business. We want to be more looking at the fact that we're in collaboration, not in competition. Let's collaborate with each other. If somebody called me up and said, hey, Kimberly, like I do it all the time, hey, Kimberly, how can I do that? Well, here, why don't you do X, Y, Z? You know what? They can give me credit. They cannot give me credit. It's me being in collaboration with the people that I'm involved with. That's how I leverage my community, by supporting and helping any way that I can. I'm not talking about giving it all away. Okay. But I am saying that I don't have to tear somebody down either. So when it comes to collaboration leveraging, you're teaming up. You're teaming up in alignment with each other for a mutual goal with each other, right? You want to bring in experts, right, for your community. Look, you are not the expert of everything. And if you try to be the expert of everything, then you get stuck in chaos. You're not the expert of everything. You want to be the expert in your field, in your industry, and then invite other experts to share their knowledge and skill sets within your community, within your industry, so that we're leveraging all of that stuff. I've said it before, is people will call me for advice on stuff that I have no business giving advice on. And I don't. Like, that's not really my expertise. Let me send you to somebody else who has better information on that than I do. People think just because I know a lot that I should have the answers to everything. And I don't. And I'm really okay with not having the answers to everything. What I really want you to do is I want you to look at your resources and say, who does have that expert advice? Let me leverage my contacts and give you the resource so that you can go get that information. Stop being, just because you have the answer doesn't mean that you have to tell them also. If it's not in your expertise, then let somebody else go do it. Like, business is my expertise. Not all area of business is my expertise. Okay. So just know what that is. So bring in experts into your community so that you can leverage their expertise just as much as they can leverage yours. Co-create with somebody, co-create a project, content for your communities, doing co-creation projects. Look, there's things that I'm not great at, so let me contact my friend over here who's really good at this. All right. Like, if I'm not good at podcasting, I'm having enough struggle here doing these weekly. Like, this is just not my norm way of communicating. Right. So it's okay. So with I can bring in a podcaster and say, hey, I need you to help me with this. Right. That kind of thing. We need to co-create this process. So participate in giveaways. There's giveaway communities or giveaway process. One of my friends, Kristen, like, she does giveaways. Like, it has become her like expert thing, right? So she does giveaways. So if you want connections with Kristen, let me know. I'll be happy to give you a connection to her, right? You want to participate in summits, webinars that people are inviting to you, speaking opportunities, affiliate programs. These are all ways to collaborate and leverage. So, those are, the 5 main ways to build collaboration or build leveraging. And of course, there's collaboration in all of it, but, build your leveraging in your business is through networking and building your resources and your connections there, by partnerships, getting with other people so that you guys can put together things and partner to, serve your clients and be better. Referral marketing, where you can leverage your community and your referral team, in essence, so that, they can find you new people to add to your contacts list and, your customer list. Joint venturing, partnering with somebody in that, joint connection for the greater good, for the best purpose, and then collaboration. All right, I told you to stay on till the end so that I can give you a strategy, right? Leverage strategy. So when it comes to a leverage strategy, you want to pay attention to how you're going to leverage these connections when you're coming along. So think about, the best strategy is think about, what is your goal? What is your goal in business? What is a goal in business, right? What is a goal that you want to accomplish? So that's the first step, is figure out what is the goal. And then what you want to do is you ask yourself is like, who can you reach out to that can support you towards that goal? Sometimes you have to pay. Sometimes you have to connect. Sometimes you have to partner and joint venture and all of that just to reach your common goal, reach your goal, right? So you have a goal. So think about and make a list of who are the people that could support you in reaching that goal. And I'm not talking about just who's going to pay you money, right? I'm talking about really creating those connections. Like, who are the people that you are connected with that can help you with a goal? Let me see if I can give you an example. Let's say my goal is to, okay, everybody's always talking, they want money. So let's talk money. So let's say my goal is to make $1,000 more per month. Bring in $1,000 more. I'm going simple for you. This doesn't have to be hard calculated. I'm not saying you need become a multimillionaire this year, but I am saying let's increase your income by $1,000 this month. So $1,000. What would it take for you to get to that $1,000? 1 new client, 2 new clients, 3 new clients? What would it take? Okay, then who is somebody that can help you get there? Who is somebody that you could, partner with to make your system or your process or your program a little bit better, right? Who can share skills with you so that you can be better at it? Or who is somebody that that is a great client and has had great reviews about you in the past that you can go back to and say, I'm really looking for 2 new clients or 3 new clients. And I know that we had a great connection. Who do you know that you feel that I would be a great resource for, that I would be able to partner with them so that they can grow in their business, or that they can grow in their health, or that they can grow in, you see, pick whatever your industry is. So who are those people? That's step 2. And then reach out to those people, right? Reach out and have a conversation. And yes, if it's been a while, pick up the phone anyway, reconnect with people. You'd be surprised. I have called people out of the blue and said, hey, I was just thinking about you. And they're like, you know what? I thought about you just last week, Kimberly. And I was thinking I wanted to reach out to you. I get that so often. Okay. So it's okay if you haven't talked to them in a while, right? This is your leverage strategy. You want to grow your business. That's why you're listening to this training. So what's your business goal? Who are the people that you can reach out to achieve your business goal? And then step 3, you want to ask yourself, who do I not know yet that I need to bring in and meet and start building a relationship with? Who do I want to have a relationship with in the future so that I can align with them, so that I can utilize them as leverage? I can, because I know they would be a great resource. And then reach out to them. See if there's people that could connect you to them, not because you're selling them something. And I want to be clear. What I'm saying is connect them, right? So find a way to get connected to them. Find a way to reach out to them. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm in this community. I admire and respect what you do. I'm just reaching out to let you know that. You'd be surprised what doors you can open when you just compliment somebody for what they do on an everyday basis. Right? So your leverage strategy is, what is the goal that you want to accomplish, your business goal, right? Who can you reach out to help and support you, and then create those different kind of leverages that we talked about, the 5 different leveraging, which is the networking, right? The partnerships, the referral, marketing, joint venturing, and collaboration. And then get those going, but then also think about your future. Who do you want to connect with? Who do you want to have on your leverage team? And find ways to connect with them and get to know them more to make sure that they are a great fit for you and your community. So if you know somebody who needs to hear today's topic, please invite them to come over and tag them in it. Find out different ways. That's how you could, that's me asking for leverage right now, right? Is how can you get it? I would really like to, build the Hive Society membership up so that I can, be more of an expert and create more influence for people also. So who do you know that you could invite and welcome to the Hive Society with me? Well, thanks for joining me today. Again, if you'd like to have just a conversation to see how you can utilize my services so I can help you grow in business, just say, yes, call me, Kimberly, down below. And I'd be happy to just, have a conversation to see what I can do to support you in growing your business. Have a great week. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.